What's up everybody and welcome back to another episode of upcoming mods for Fallout 4. Today's episode is going to be a little bit different. We're just going to be focusing on one mod, and that's going to be the Capital Wasteland Project's update in August. A lot of these larger mods have been doing this kind of monthly update cycle, and personally I really like it. I feel like it's a good amount of time where you could show a lot of progress that has been made, a lot of content to get excited for, and yeah, there's a few different updates. They start things off by addressing how Fallout 4 New Vegas has kind of collapsed. It actually isn't totally dead. There are a few modders actually still working on kind of a spin-off project. I believe as of right now they still have the same goals, but there's a different project head and all that. The reason I mention this is because a lot of the different people working on the original Fallout 4 New Vegas have actually come over to the Capital Wasteland project. As a result of that, it seems like we'll probably be getting some content at least a little bit faster, which is really exciting to see. In addition, they do mention how Flanern, the head of Fallout Cascadia, has actually helped them, and now they're ready to expand their team even further. So specifically, if you're ready to work on interiors, exteriors, script, or create assets, you could actually join the Road to Liberty Discord. I'll have that link down below. It's also linked on the images in the description, which I'm getting all this content from. But without further ado, let's actually start looking at some of the images they did put forward and what kind of progress has been made. The first image we see is of the exterior of Megaton, but it actually looks like there's some Christmas lights or something like that there. Maybe this is just going to be part of the new aesthetic of the town, but it maybe has kind of a similar aspect to how Diamond City does have with certain holidays. If you go to Diamond City in Fallout 4 on Christmas in game, it'll actually be a kind of celebration there, which is pretty cool. Same thing for Halloween and stuff like that. But then moving on, we actually have some more interiors with Christmas lights. This one, of course, being Nathan and Maya's house, which does look pretty good. Then Crater Side Supply. This one definitely has a really nice kind of lighting aspect going on with it. I feel like the lighting here is really going to be a step up from Fallout 3. Fallout 3's lighting wasn't bad, but there's definitely been some serious improvements made with Fallout 4 and even some of the mods available for Fallout 4. Then some exterior shots of Grey Ditch. This, of course, being one of the kind of outskirts cities by Washington, D.C. It was burnt down by a bunch of fire ants, which you find out in game, but all around looking really cool. I'm quite curious as to little things like that. Like, there's two families that do live in the city. Are they going to make an appearance in the final mod? Is this something they're trying to add in? Then we have the Mall No Man's Land. This one looks pretty cool. You have a kind of skeleton and a little spike there, which definitely has a cool aesthetic, as well as the lighting and visuals here look a little bit different. I don't know if this is going to be some E&B action going on. Maybe just the mod author that's taking the picture is using that, or maybe it's just in my head, but it definitely looks like it's going to be a bit different than vanilla Fallout 4. Then some of the mall trenches and one NPC walking by there. He looks like he has some combat armor on, as well as a 10mm pistol in his hand, so nothing we haven't seen in the past. And further, some of the National Archives buildings. A lot of these, there's not too much to talk about, but they just look really good. They're definitely getting the exteriors down, and they look very similar to what we experienced as we did play through Fallout 3. Then, of course, the Capitol building with a few vertebrates flying by. This one looks really cool. Definitely has a very promising aesthetic to it, and I'm personally quite excited to get my hands back on the Enclave and Enclave items. There you have a bus stop, and this one definitely you could tell the visual upgrade compared to Fallout 3. I don't know if you guys remember these kind of things in Fallout 3. You had little art on the walls and stuff like that, and now being in Fallout 4's edited engine and really just the updated graphics that 10 years can bring, you could definitely tell a huge difference, I think, in the little map here. Just the legibility about it and just how good it looks even in this screenshot. Then moving on, we do have Lincoln's Repeater by Toasty Fresh. This is somebody who's worked on a ton of weapons in Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 4, although not having too many standalone weapons. He worked on the texture and I believe the models for a number of weapons that you're probably pretty familiar with. The Lincoln Repeater is a really iconic weapon. I feel like a lot of people really enjoyed using it. It was a good high damage rifle, and based on previous kind of coverings of these weapons, I know a lot of you guys are going to be excited for the lever action rifles of previous Fallouts making their way back into Fallout 4. Then we do just kind of have a house. This one's going to be by Alex H1. I think I actually covered a bit of this in the past, as well as some of his mods in the past as well. Pretty simple here, not too much to talk about. It does look really good. Obviously, the exterior wise, a lot of detail going into actually crafting all those different vaults in the home, even though they might look minor when you initially look at it. That takes a lot of time and effort to do. And then finally, we do kind of have the med packs, and this I really like because they show in the corner there what I believe is going to be one of the older variants of this, and then the more modernized version, which you could just totally tell the difference in quality. That's pretty much going to wrap it up for this update. I think we got a good look of a lot of the world space work that has been done here, which maybe at first glance you're like, oh, that's kind of cool, but not as exciting. But I would be very hyped for that, because getting the environment right is going to be imperative to this being an enjoyable mod and really just not feeling so out of place. Lots of people have made different items, different weapons, armors, and stuff like that. It's something we have a lot of in Fallout 4. World space is not something we have a lot of. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Again, everything I did show you will be linked down below. Join the Discord, chat about this mod there, or if you do have some different talents, you can actually start to work on this project. But as always, again, and thank you for watching. I do hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you all next time. Later.